Hello friends, Jason here. Dan is on a very well-deserved little break. I believe he's going skiing, which should be good because I'm not sure he's skied in a long time. Hopefully he comes back. Today we're going to do a quick review of the major indices. We're going to look at SPY, IWM, and QQQ. And I'm going to start with SPY. So yesterday's video, Dan talked a lot about perspective. This candlestick looked devastating, except when we step back and look at candlesticks like those on November 9th or those over here on the 3rd. Although this one had a little bit more follow through, we can see that we've had bigger days that meant a lot more, and in this case, had a real lack of follow through. So we always need to step back, take a look at what's happening in the bigger picture, and see what's happening as far as daily bulls are concerned. In this case, we still have some room to work with. Anything over 359.17 is going to give us daily higher lows, and in fact, we even have a little more daily support here at 364.20. What matters is, can we maintain the daily uptrend? And days like we saw yesterday are pretty critical for cooling off our daily RSI. 4-hour time frame, we see a 4-hour change in trend. We've lost 366.41. We had that quick flush today, and we see that we ended up on a 4-hour inside bar with today's action. What we're going to look for in the short term is going to be a lower high under 371.41. We're going to look for 4-hour bulls to come up, get a lower high under that level, and after that we have a lot of options. We can look at equilibriums, we can look at further consolidation patterns, but the real key will be forming a 4-hour high or low and reestablishing the trend, thus helping the daily bulls continue to the upside and maintain what they've been doing so far. Key levels for us are going to be 364.20 and the low of our day today. Let's go to the hourly time frame, grab that 364.43 level, check it out on the 5-minute time frame. We must hold yesterday's low of day because it is so close to the 364.20 level. We want to see that active support. Failure to do so is going to be a concern for the bulls going forward. And our resistance is today's high of day, 367.86. So again, 4-hour time frame, optimal scenario, we break 367.86 and get ourselves a 4-hour lower high attempt under 371.41. You know, it's better if the bulls beat it, but at this point, the most likely outcome is going to be a 4-hour lower high into a higher low, and we'll see what happens from there. Checking out IWM. IWM on the daily time frame, this looks even better. We came down, we hit our EMA 8 at our open, managed to close well above the medium position of the IWM daily candlestick from yesterday's action, showing us a lot more upside strength for the bulls. In fact, well, we did lose this 4-hour level here, but we still have 4-hour support down at this point. So even though this is a healthier candlestick on the daily time frame, we're still going to be looking for a lower high under 192.81 based on the fact that we lost this key 4-hour level support. We'll be pleasantly surprised if the bulls managed to get back over top of that level, but at this point we always have to play the most likely outcome. For me, that is going to be a lower high into a higher low attempt, trying to regain some territory for the bulls. If we go to the hourly time frame, we can see that 187.90 loss and that drop. Let's get rid of this RSI stack alert. And there's our day's action. Lastly, we're going to take a look at QQQ. And this one was the scary one yesterday because we actually knocked out quite a few supports. And go back and watch Dan's video from yesterday to get an idea of what he's talking about. He's focusing on the fact that we have these very quick run-ups, and it is a staircase up and an elevator down. We knock out a ton of supports, and that's exactly what happened on QQQ yesterday. If you're looking at this from a bearish perspective and you want to get the most bang for your buck as far as knocking out support levels and tripping stop losses, what you want to do is hit consecutive lows and just knock out as much as you can. So in one day we hit this low, this low, this low, this low, and I believe we got all the way down, cracked that one too. 335 was the low of day support from December 2nd. Got rid of that. Our next low is way down here, 294.78. A lot of work to do that in the short term. So bears have accomplished their goal in the short term of knocking out these supports, triggering those stop losses. And if they had the intention of continuing the upside, the theory would be fit that they have collected all the cheap shares, as we like to call them, before moving back to the upside. So what is the most likely outcome for us to do that? If we are going to move to the upside, we need to take a look at the 4-hour and hourly trends. On the daily time frame, anything over 294.78 is going to be a daily higher low. That's the last real good attempt that the bears had to push the price to the downside. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, there is all of our 4-hour levels getting knocked out. Final attempt to push to the downside, and now we see that bounce because on the hourly time frame is very likely. Yes, we did. We spent quite some time oversold. Our low 298.09. Now we're seeing some bounce in today's action. So in the short term, what do we have? We have daily uptrend. we have the loss of 4-hour support. So we're going to be looking for a 4-hour higher low, lower high under 309.18. And then on the hourly time frame, what we're going to try and do is just regain some sense of a hourly uptrend. I would be looking at the high day levels again, 303.68. If we can get over top of that, bulls are well positioned with limited resistance here for a move, and we'll be looking for a lower high under 309.18. So let's go back and mark that level. If we lose not the low of day, but if we lose the afternoon support at 301.32, we'll be looking more downside, and we have 298.09 for possible support there. Best case scenario for me, I want to see some continuation. I want to see a 4-hour higher low. I should say, let me correct that. I would like to see upside continuation in the hourly. I'm going to be looking for a 4-hour lower high under 309.18. And for me, that would look something like this. Catch that higher low. And at this point, anything goes. If we get a 4-hour higher low over this low, we can get ourselves into the EQ. And maybe, just maybe, we can continue that uptrend. Because as I said, on the daily time frame, we're doing just fine. On a lot of these names, IDMM looking pretty well. SPY still in a healthy range. And QQQ looking to shake off this little sucker punch that they received from the bears, knocking out all of these supports. That is it for today. Hopefully it was helpful, and have a good trading day tomorrow.